At the software startup that I was a product manager for, that was contract product manager for, I was definitely a product manager and a product owner. The differentiation, I ask this when I go into interviews, both when I'm interviewing candidates and when I go into interviews. I'll ask, do you have a strong delineation for what a product manager and a product owner is at this company, and who does those roles? For me, at a software startup, I'm doing both because they don't have multiple employees. It's just me. It's the army of one. Woo, yeah, it's just me. My aim would be to roughly spend half my time with the development teams, making sure that we are building the right thing, that we're on track, communicating back to the business. But the other half is product management. With product management is communicating with stakeholders. Anybody outside. So the point of me saying is product owner is to my team and being beholden to my team, make sure they're on track. And the product manager is being beholden to people outside the company, assuming you have external people and you don't just have an internal product, but whatever. People outside the team, let me say it that way. I was trying to split my time as 50-50 as possible between my teams and outside stakeholders. What I always found was there are some stakeholders that will just bog you down the whole time. They'll take way more than 50%. So it was hard to keep that. And obviously the first thing everybody does, especially at larger companies, the first thing everybody does is you just work longer hours. That's the go-to.
At a startup?
Yeah, especially at a startup.
Oh yeah.
That's expected. And I think the higher the salary you go, the more it's expected as well.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, I prescribe to that thought process. It's just at some point the awareness. I mean, it took me a while to do that because I was pumping 52, 56. As a consultant, you get that wave. But as I moved to salary, I'm like, what I'm giving you is if I force myself to be in that 40-hour mark, I become much more self-aware.
Yeah.
And much more picky with my time. And I get it. Some people go, you're a salaried employee. Sorry, but 40 hours isn't what a salaried employee is. And it's like, man, that's not a work culture that sounds very healthy to me. So why not look at the 40 and then say, am I owning too much? And most of the time it is that. I'm owning too much. Like you said, I'm a product owner and a product manager. I'm doing two jobs in one.
Right, yeah.
But then it also comes down to my interactions with those people. Am I having meetings with people because their actions, while attempting to be noble, are very counterproductive to what we're trying to do or what they're wanting? Hey, I'm expecting A, B, and C, so I'm spending more time with you. But by doing that, you're only getting A and B.
Yeah.
Because you're spending so much time with me, you're not getting C, and you have to wait. And just identifying those types of things. I mean, everybody talks about Agile and going fast, but I'm like, in the grand scheme of things, Agile really highlights the need to slow down even more. And it's only slowing down to which it's healthy and sustainable.
Sustainable, yeah.
Because the sustainability piece is you've heard it, the buzzword. I get burned out in Agile. It's like, do you get burned out in Agile? No, I just overcommit in our sprints, or people over promise things, or we start talking in Gantt charts, as you said, project plans. And that's when you get into trouble, because then they hook that back and they go, Agile did this, and it's like, Agile didn't do this.
You're right, yeah.
What happened is the human element came into play, and it proceeded to overtake what Agile is, because it's a change in thought process.